Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment. You guys know what time it is.
It's time to react, y'all.
Yes, it is, brother. And what are we reacting to today?
Moon Knight, episode 4, The Tomb.
The Tomb.
Yes.
The Tomb of Doom.
Feels like a Universal Monsters episode. Let's go.
Or Indiana Jones.
Right?
Yeah.
For real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, The Tomb.
All the MCU titles moving forward need to be like homages to old movies. That'd be tight.
That would be dope.
Raiders of the Lost Avengers.
Yes. 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 Yes.
The Temple of Cain the Conqueror. You know what I'm saying? The Last Crusade of the Falcon. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Fire.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Nice parody.
Yeah.
You could do that. Yeah.
I'm with it.
And then have Chris Pratt dress up like Indiana Jones and do it.
All right. Yeah. I'll run it.
Like a Guardians of the Galaxy Halloween special.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Let me tell you a story when I was on Earth.
I like it.
That'd be fire.
I like it.
It's in the making. No, but anyway,
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get into this reaction of Moon Knight, episode 4.
Tomb. Junior. Belongs in a museum. Tall man?
Look at all those gods, bro.
Okay, this is going to mean something later.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Sound like those are the real ones they put up.
Yeah.
Y'all
Epic setup.
Y'all the ones don't listen. Ooh.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. Shoot.
No Country for Old Men.
They got rounds, bro. We shoot to kill.
Right. It's the same people chasing Josh Brolin. Bruh.
Thanos.
Right? For real.
That's crazy. He was Thanos and he was Apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's wild, right? Keep it 100 with you, bro. If that was me driving that truck, I would have lit that other truck up.
Oh, yeah.
Just because.
Yeah.
Just because.
Now you ain't lying. You let him get too close.
One thing about this show I really like is that scenery, man.
Yeah.
Can't lose more time. Harrow must be headed back to the tomb. Look, if he is, we're gonna need Mark, yeah?
Exactly. See if she gets it. No.
No?
No, see, the thing is, we made a deal, Mark and I, that when he was done with Khonshu, he would disappear for good. But that deal didn't involve you getting Layla and us killed, did it? That's not gonna fly with me.
You guys made a deal. That he would just disappear from my life.
And you didn't think that maybe I should have been made aware of that?
Oh. Oh, hadn't he disappeared from your life already?
Yeah. I mean, whatever. His suit was his best feature, wasn't it? Didn't even have that anymore.
Stephen, give me the body right now. This is a suicide mission.
Plus, I know him. He'd want a lone wolf. This
Steven's
whole
really
thing.
getting on my nerves,
It's
bro.
not happening. We're not gonna do that.
We are not. It's just you and me and the open road.
We're about to see Dwayne Johnson, Scorpion King. Haku Masente.
Or Black Adam.
Right.
And
Bro,
he's played 2 Egyptians.
Man, they throwing everything at us. This is tight.
Rock be playing Egyptians, bro.
Bro.
It's a random goat. Run away.
Here they are.
I have to say, I feel like I've been waiting for this my whole life. The adventure.
I just got it.
You smell like him. I mean, why wouldn't you, right?
Mark's trying to protect you from Khonshu. That's why he's been pushing you away. He thinks Khonshu wants you for his avatar, and he won't let that happen. That's alright. I felt like you should know that.
He's a nice guy, because that was Hank from Me, Myself, and Irene. Oh, Hank pulled a fast one.
Why are you telling me this?
Game over.
Jim Carrey played some characters, bro.
I don't know. I just thought you deserved to know.
It wasn't his call to make.
Honesty?
Yeah. Being honesty.
Look at this. Hater.
I'm gonna go down
Okay.
first.
What, yeah. Great.
Before I belay.
Thank you. What's belay?
I still can't tell when you're joking or not.
Kiss this girl, bro.
Yeah.
Shiesty.
Oh,
Serious? He's mad, obviously.
I could taste that in them lips.
One for Steven.
Uh-oh.
It's Uncharted time.
Wait, what is that? Yo. Whoa.
Somebody woke up.
That ain't no normal mummy, though.
Right.
Look at the face. That's a guard. I like this episode. Some eerie stuff going on.
Good stuff.
Yo, this is eerie.
run! I'll find you! I squished it. I squished it.
Nah, right behind you, bruh.
Oh no. It's a long drop.
Damn. Woo! On some golden child stuff.
Here we go.
Better test the fate. I hate these shots because I expect something to be right behind you. There it is. Oh.
That was tight. He's on the side.
She gave it.
Oh.
No, yo. I get off here.
That was dope.
That was suspenseful right there. I was like, hey, 3 times. Bruh. She's a fighter.
Oh,
Why
oh,
won't
oh.
you just die? Indiana Jones.
Uh-huh.
Woo! Oh, snap.
Yo.
I want that shot, bro. Let me see that face. Oh. Like Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah. And the descent monster.
Oh.
Oh, like a ghoul.
She went with them.
I hope she's using the land properly.
Oh. Well, she had the... Oh, there it is. I'm about to say,
Okay.
she went with them.
She learned from Matt Damon, Born Identity, when he jumped off the stairs and bah! Broke that fall. Man.
I'm gonna try something. I'll do something here. Sorry. Oh, God, so sorry. Sorry, Mr. Great.
Whoa.
Open up. Oh, sorry, Mr. Great. Sorry.
Wow, he just destroyed that whole mummy.
Ew. Oh. Yeah, that's it. Get in there. Reach in there, buddy.
When he's schizophrenic, you probably don't remember it.
There it is.
Layla, look. We won.
Uh-oh.
Can he hear me?
Alexander, I don't think so. God, I hope not.
What happened to my father? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Mark!
Come on, let's go.
No.
We have to go right now.
Mark!
Layla, we have to go right now.
What
Stop.
happened to my
Listen to me. We need to leave right now. I will explain everything, I swear, but we have to go.
Did you kill Abdullah El-Fuli?
Of course not. Of course I didn't.
Then who did?
My partner got greedy and he executed everyone at the dig site. I tried to save your father, but I couldn't save him. And
No. But you brought a killer right to him, right?
yeah. He shot me too. I was supposed to die that night, but I didn't die that
There
night.
it is, yeah.
And
He killed him too.
I should have. I've tried to tell you since the moment we met. I just didn't know.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
That's the reason that we met. You just had a guilty conscience.
They're here.
I mean, shoot, he was gonna die too. That works.
Another way
Yeah.
out.
That was good though. I like that.
Go, find
Great
it.
acting.
I'll
right
hold
there.
them off. Come on!
He can't heal now, so shoot, what are you gonna do? Went out like a G though. Went out like a G.
Oh.
How he grabbed that gun though. It's like, don't F with me. I like that. I know what this is gonna symbolize. Here we go. Touch that water.
Is that the Spike Lee shot?
He'll be born again. There it is.
Yeah.
And we got 2 more episodes. So.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Very impressive. Bravo.
We're in his head, bro. These are personalities in his head.
Uh-huh. It was too perfect of a psych ward.
Right, young
The
man.
whole idea of it.
Breaks around your favorite spot.
I changed the movie, okay?
Back to the movie, yes, in his head.
It's been 5 times this week. It's a lot. Right. Did I startle you? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look at that. We won. We won. I won.
We have a winner.
I'll share it with you this time, I swear.
very interesting setting.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Shook that off.
That is so great. That music is tight. Oh.
He's gonna unlock all these personalities.
Stephen!
How is this possible? I don't know. What's the last thing that you remember? Harrow shot us. Yes! Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right, we gotta get out of here. Follow me. Come on.
Told you. Told you.
Yo.
I was red for a reason. Oh.
So was this planned or like what?
No, he's in his head.
Okay. Khonshu. No. Oh snap!
That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. Hi. I like that. That was good Disney fun right there, bruh.
Oh, yeah. That Magical Kingdom. They're teasing the Halloween special very slowly through this series. I'm liking it.
They are. Most definitely are. Hi. Very interesting episode. Moon Knight has been a very interesting series. Episode 4, The Tomb. Just a quick rundown, man. Like the setup, like the adventure of it.
A lot of that.
The thing about this show is that I think I get lost. Not lost where I'm confused, but lost into the show. It pulls me in. So I'm paying attention so much to it because everything is a little detail here and there. So after we recorded, I go back and watch it probably two or three times just to kind of catch what I missed.
Right.
And apparently there's something deeper with Marc as far as the situation with his wife's father. So I wonder if we're gonna get that snippet of that, because right now we're in Marc's head,
right? And
he's basically, I guess, being reborn again, reset mode.
I think we're gonna get more of his wife's perspective probably moving forward.
Next episode.
And then what happened to the dad and everything, because they were pretty close, obviously.
Yeah.
And he was there in between that time, so I think we're gonna probably get some montage of that, or probably just get her perspective on what had happened. Because we really didn't see it, because it was always about what Marc was going through and what was happening with him.
Yeah.
And his connections to her. So
it's strange, Doctor Strange. It's strange to see him on his own and going through the trials that he's going through right now. It's weird. It's just one of them shows, man. Like bring on the next episode.
Yeah.
Like I kind of wish they I'm really one of those people like, yo, drop all the episodes out. But this is that show I need that. Waiting every week is kind of a drag.
I like the weekly because you appreciate the episodes you get right then and there instead of it just being binged and like forgotten. You know what I mean? Like it sits with you. And I think that's cool because this show like really stands out from any other MCU property. Like it's really doing something a lot different.
It does, but for me though, it's more of like I'm into the zone. I'm in the adventure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's really hitting. In the beginning scene, we got all these gods that were I guess you can say miniaturized.
Yeah.
And then we see Alexander the Great had Ammit inside his mouth, and
the amulet around his neck or something. It was
well, that was his garment. But
like
when he went inside, he was actually the statue. That I guess they're relics.
Right.
So
it might be resurrected at some point because they kept focusing on those shots.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who are those gods and why are they put up there? And what I'm starting to believe is the remaining gods, the main one is actually bad or a big hater. Like, because why are you putting all these gods up? If the gods walk among men and they avatars and that jazz like that, why are these gods being placed up? There's some that are bad, but then at the end of the day, some are trying to save humanity, and you're basically teaming up to stop them.
The plan could be to kind of flesh out the weak and get to the strong, and I think they could be used as pawns.
The gods?
Yeah, in a sense, like, you know, they're recruiting, they're obviously looking for something, and then again, going back to the avatars that we've been introduced, I think they're trying to flesh out and, you know, kill off the weak and start a whole new army of like strength and numbers, basically. Could be.
I don't know about that, G, because I didn't get that out of these gods. It just feels very odd that we only got introduced to about 5 of them, and one of them was actually really trying to do something.
Right.
And we go into a room and we see a whole wall of statues.
Right.
And it's like, who are they? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And I don't know. It feels a little eerie on the god part. Something fishy with these gods, that the remaining gods that we have.
There's different intentions on both sides. Clearly. Like, there's something else that's set in plan.
But that god at the end, I believe that was old girl.
Okay.
You remember the one, the Hawaiian looking one?
Yeah.
She was the avatar of that god.
Gotcha.
I'm betting money on that.
Oh.
Because she was the only one was saying, yo, this is how you, this is whoop de whoop de whoop. Because remember she had she was close with the moon god. So they were close at one time and stuff like that. And for some reason, we're in Steven's head. We're in their head. I don't know what's going on.
Deeper than ever.
But something is going on with the resurrection part right now. So I'm there for that.
So this is the awakening after his death. Because we never really got this kind of thing before. Usually it just, personality just changes.
Yeah. So now we're in the
But
mix
he's in a
of
deep sleep now.
Well, he got dipped in the waters, the lakes of Minnetonka. So purify yourself in the lakes of Minnetonka.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So the next episode, I assume what's going to happen is the resurrection. And I believe that God is going to take the moon god, avatar, his little piece, open that mug, give him back his form, and we're going to have a battle.
And then we're going to see the other alias, the other personality. Yeah.
I wonder, though. Ooh-wee. I wonder, did he build the personality of Steven based on his wife's father?
That would be the most obvious choice.
Because Steven reminds her a lot of her father.
And that keeps her close.
But, you know, Marc is already kind of, you know, he ain't all there.
51-50,
so,
yeah.
You know, he'll create a personality. Interesting. I wonder if Steven's based off of her father.
And maybe that maybe was the plan to kind of keep her close all that time.
Or not. I don't think he intentionally just creates minds, but I think he might have subconsciously wished she had her father, and he came up with a persona.
Yeah,
that's a
smart play.
Yeah. And
he keep his eye on her, make sure she's safe and all that. Yeah.
And that third persona could have been his friend.
Right.
The hatred of his friend, he created that third persona, which is the mercenary, the killer, the one that gets things done.
The soldier.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's kind of deep.
Because they were all going to come into play at some point in time for a certain mission or a certain situation. He's always going to get in some type of trouble, and the personality comes in for a certain specific situation.
Well, I think that's the saving matter of it. But I think subconsciously Marc doesn't know what he's doing. Like, Marc, in love with this beautiful woman, I think she's kind of hot, bro. I dig the freckles, man. You know, I'm a freckle guy. You know, curly hair, you know, thick eyebrows. You know,
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
I like it too.
Yeah. You know, I like freckles. So he has his wife, and he knows things. The hatred of being portrayed by his friend, he ends up creating somewhat of a similar persona in the back of his head. The love for his wife, wanting to give her some more, of the adventure, like her father, he ends up, these personas, I might add, were accidentally created. He makes Steven's personality based off her father.
So the personalities keep each other in check to a degree.
True, but he doesn't know he's doing it. And then that's why when you look at it, Mark and her were just cool.
So I see what you mean by reckless. Like, things just happen.
And then he just disappeared because he created something and then couldn't contain it.
And Can we say that out of the 3 personalities that we have, one of them is in fully control?
No, it's Mark.
Okay.
Mark is the main one, but I think when she said you just disappeared, I don't know where you went, he created Steven's personality, his persona, and then bounced.
Right.
And didn't know what he was doing.
Gotcha.
He lost control of the idea of it. I think that's what happened. I think that's why those personas came about.
Unique. Yeah.
But, what do I know? I'm just paying attention to it, but I really enjoyed the show, man. Anything you got?
I like the very adventure in this series, in this episode particularly. I like the mystery.
Yeah.
We got a little puzzle solving, a little Tomb Raiding a little bit. It's just like little hints of like action adventure movies that I like, and they spend a lot of time on suspense and tension building. Yeah. This phase in this show in particular is setting up things that we didn't expect, like Disney Plus and Marvel, to dive into, and they're really giving us the mystique of like suspense and horror and fantasy, and they're able to merge it really well. And I think Moon Knight is really fleshing those genres out perfectly. This character in particular.
I'm catching a lot of God references after watching the God of Thor, Love and Thunder. And
this is all new.
I'm catching a lot.
This is new ground.
They just talked about, we got the Egyptian gods, and they spoke of some Indian gods, and then it's
Alexander,
and we're talking about they're dipping on a lot of ancient elements right now. What I think was going to revolve around the Thor movie too. I think these are the Easter eggs. Like,
makes sense.
They're talking about a lot of gods. And then we just saw Zeus in the trailer, so bring on the Egyptian gods. But that's all I got, G. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentating. Hope you guys enjoyed the fandom and the love for the show Moon Knight.
Yes.
If you're new to the channel, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Thumbs up this video. Don't forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And I would like to know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments down below. Is it yay or is it nay? Are you in or are you out? Are you feeling this show or you're not? Are you going to watch? You get my drift. I'm J3.
What a show guy.
Woo!
Ninja Assassin.
100,000 subscribers, y'all.
We're coming.